Hey guys, Paula here for All City Canvas. This episode is a powerful one. We bring you the All City Canvas top 10 most influential women in urban contemporary art. Check them out.
At number 10, Elle. The Brooklyn-based artist does not limit her art to a specific material. She goes from tagging to vibrant imagery with spray paint, acrylic, wheat paste, sculptures, and many more. She's tough on the streets, taking over billboards on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway or a water tower as her canvas. She has exhibited her work alongside Martha Cooper in the show entitled Unextinguished in 2014, installed a piece for the Urban Nation Museum in Berlin, had a 200-foot video projection on the facade of the new museum in New York, and was part of the Urban Exchange with Urban Nation and Hinbus Depot Art Center in Penang, Malaysia. At number 9, Indie 184. She's known for her classic New York-style graffiti fused with stencil, textures of paint, and exuberant bold colors that often reflect the energy of her pieces. Her works are very often incorporated with iconic female imagery juxtaposed with words. Indie's art has been exhibited in galleries and museums worldwide, including El Museo del Barrio in New York City and Volklingen Ironworks Museum in Saarbrücken, Germany. You can find her graffiti pieces in the streets from the South Bronx to Paris. And her streetwear brand Queens Destroy is another part of her multifaceted career. At number 8, Miss Van. The French-born, Barcelona-based artist is renowned for her instantly recognizable sensual female characters called poupées, equally angelic and devilish in appearance. She has exhibited her work at Saussure Gallery in LA, at the Jonathan Levine Gallery in New York City, Inoperable Gallery in Vienna, and continues to display her mysteriously burlesque ladies from the streets of Miami to Coney Island and Morocco. We're looking forward to seeing how her portrayal of women continues to develop over time. At number 7, Jasmine Siddiqui, better known as Etta. Coming from Germany, Hera is the other half of the brilliant duo Herakut. She brings a distinctive touch to the characters they create, beautifully outlining their form and defining the composition of the art piece. In other words, she's in charge of building the structure through her rough and sketchy style with amazing imaginative illustration resulting in realms of fantasy and real life. Their creations can be found on the streets of Gaza, Berlin, Mexico City, Amman, and their pieces have been featured in Scope, in Basel, and the Pera Museum in Istanbul, among others. At number 6, Hyuro. Hyuro is an Argentine artist living in Valencia whose surrealist sensibility and dreamlike compositions have captivated us from the start. Her characters transmit a critical social and political message through her minimalistic scenarios. Women are a constant in her work, and Hyuro pushes us to reflect on the challenges and conditions they face in the societies they live in. At number 5, Martha Cooper, the globe-trotting godmother of all street art and graffiti photographers. She has incessantly documented every piece that has gone up on the streets of New York and the world. She is the personification of historic preservation, and we owe her our everlasting gratitude for that. The photojournalist from Baltimore met graffiti king Dundee in the late 70s, began documenting his tags, and the rest is history. At number 4, Olek. The Polish artist is the master of crocheting, bringing this medium to a whole different level. She weaves political and cultural critiques in her work, as well as her active support of women's rights, sexual equality, and freedom of expression. She has transformed spaces like the Brooklyn Museum, a women's shelter in India, the Wall Street Bull, Jan Karski's statue at the Polish consulate in New York, and many more. She continues to use her work to display her solidarity with those that are oppressed, to reflect cultural evolution, and mirror the public response. At number 3, Faith 47. The South African artist based in Cape Town is renowned for her socially engaged murals. Her beautifully melancholic pieces are very much in tune with the reality of the place where she is creating them. the human condition in relationship with animals and nature are recurring themes in her pieces. Her use of various media like graphite, spray paint, and oil portray the explorative approach to her creations. Faith's work displays her perspective, which generates a spiritual ripple that leads us to question our existential search. Her work is an explosion of sensitivity. At number 2, Caledonia Curry, also known as Swoon. Swoon is a visual artist, activist, and humanitarian who has spent the last 14 years exploring the relationship between people and their environment. Her wheat-based prints, all hand-cut, can be found on the streets of Haiti, Sao Paulo, Mexico, and many more. Swoon's work seeks to unveil the curtain on social inequality, to address the problems that extend deep in the surface of society. Thus, she has endeavored in marvels like the Heliotrope Foundation to help communities respond and heal after natural disasters and other urgent social crises. The Braddock Tiles Project, enabling local employment and arts training in North Braddock, and her convict shelter work, helping rebuild communities in Haiti. And at number 1, Maya Hayuk. She initially began painting anonymously on the streets of San Francisco and relocated to New York City with the Barnstormers Collective. Her interweaving geometrical pieces with striking color schemes are iconic and have subtle hints of her Ukrainian roots revealed in her patterns. Maya's powerful work has been featured at the Bowery Wall in New York, the Hammer Museum in LA, the Museum of Contemporary Canadian Art in Toronto, and many more. Over the course of the years, we've been fascinated by the constant evolution of her interweaving patterns and cannot wait to see how she blows our mind next.
And that's the list, guys. What do you think? Comments? Suggestions? Don't forget to share it and follow them to see what they're up to in the coming months. And of course, if you want to know more about the urban and contemporary art world, don't forget to subscribe right here on All City Canvas. See you next week.
Help me, somebody.
Let's go.